not macroing very well. As you can see, I do have over 500 minerals. Trying to keep my mineral count below 500 minerals. My macro isn't that great, but if I can, but small goals, little bit at a time. As BlueDog is finally moving out with his forces, does see two bunkers right here, and I respond immediately by pulling some SCVs to repair these bunkers. As I need to make some more SCVs, or at least transfer more SCVs to this location. Nope, I need to make some more SCVs. As BlueDog is finally going to come out with that force field surround around my bunkers, and will manage to take this one out in time, as my SCVs are not able to repair it, but this one is still was able to survive because it was force fielded that well. Pushing up into my base once more, and killing off all the sentries, but this one bunker remains, and I actually will be able to hold this off even with all those stalkers. And BlueDog decides that it's probably best to come back and fight another day. I don't exactly know what happened to this other Banshee that was here. I think it was an observer was here. Yeah, there's the observer, and it shot down one of my Banshees, and as such, I now only have one Banshee in play. As we take a look at the unit counting station, yes, I do only have one Banshee in play. Finally managing to run out of that energy, and as such, decloaking. Coming out with a command center here will be putting it down in this location, as I build 3 more racks, coming out with 2 reactors and 1 tech lab on there. Researching stim, as my marines don't have any stim yet, my bios doesn't have any stim yet, and just continuing to build some more supply depots and macro up. We'll be going for some marauders, as I did see that his army was stalker heavy, and as such decided to go for some more marauders. As my first 2 medevacs finally appear, decided to why did I put a tech lab on here? Oh, tanks. Why did I build tanks? Well, anyway, it's going for tanks with siege mode. I don't know why I'm doing that. Actually, oh, I didn't even know I did that. I just know the final outcome of this game, as it was a memorable one. Going to be coming out with my 3rd and 4th gas, and I've been mining from it for a while, as you can see right here. Going to be coming out with the 1-1 upgrades, and that should finish about the same time. Weapons will finish first, and just taking a look at my production, all my facilities are in production, producing whatever they can, as my opponent is moving out to take control of the center of the map, and has O1 stalkers, O1 on his army right here, and observer, another one flying in there. Will actually be oh, it already has an observer right there. Probably using that observer to spot for any banshees in the meantime. But anyways, here he comes. BlueDog will be engaging my forces, trying to force field my bio so that he can trap it and kill it. And as you can see here, I'm forced to bring all of my units, my SCVs from this location, into engage him. But he's doing a good job of killing off my SCVs, just kiting them around with his stalkers. However, he is forced to actually pull back, as he doesn't have that many more units in order to deal with my bio and my SCVs. Sending my SCVs back to work, as I'm coming out with some more bio, streaming out that bio, as my 1-1 will finish pretty soon. And my opponent does have blink. He did go for blink on his stalkers, and actually is going for weapons level 2 upgrade, and also did come out with a Twilight Council, well, as yeah, Twilight Council right there. Probably, well, obviously for blink, but probably also going for that Zealot leg upgrade, as he is coming out with a robotics bay, going for Colossi, as my army is composed of bio heavy units. Coming out with my finally coming out with my command center into this location. Will be starting to mine that location. However, BlueDog does have his forces moving into the center of the map. He checks the watchtower, sees that I have an expansion right there, and decides to go for it. Me, I'm not watching what's happening to my command center, my orbital command, I should say. I send a few marines here and some marauders, but it's not worth it, and he destroys my poor orbital, coming out with a nexus of his own in this location right here. As I think I'm probably behind in economy and in terms of army supply, and if I don't dispatch of him right away, I'm probably going to lose the game. So finally, deciding to gather all that I have, just cut the mining out and group my bio and my SCVs and go for one final big push. As here I come into the center of my map, going to be checking out the watchtowers just to see if there's anything right there that he can scout me with. I do actually put a scan somewhere around here just to check if there's an observer still following me, as wow, these units right here did not get the memo that they were supposed to go attack. Scanning, like I said, just to check for any observer that might be following me, as I do stream out some more bio, and these guys got the memo. Okay, finally they get the memo. Going to be engaging my opponent's a nexus that was building right here, managing to force him to cancel it, and moving my SCVs in front of my bio and cloaking my Banshee, and my opponent does a great job of force fielding off my units. However, I managed to actually clean this up, as he is sentry heavy, and sentries don't do a whole lot of huge damage against my bio. And with my cloak Banshee, he is actually forced to pull back. He does warp in a round of zealots right here, and actually has one colossus right here. I take care of the zealots quickly and target fire down the colossus before it can do any more serious damage to my bio, and I finally push up into his natural. Here we go, taking out all of the pylons that he has right here, unpowering these warp gates, and taking down this pylon right here, as BlueDog is forced to engage my bio with all of his probes that were mining in this location. Coming out with a round of stalkers. However, my unit's already 2-2 while he is only on O2 upgrades, as I rip through his stalkers, managing to make it up into his main. Going to be, don't know why I picked up my bio in there for a second. I'm going to be warping in some more units, but however, he is out of money, and I am in his base just wailing away on his structures here, and as such, he is forced to call the GG. And actually didn't call the GG, just forced to leave. I opened up the game with some Banshee harass, and I was able to stop the mining going on in my opponent's base for a little bit of time. I managed to hit his main and his natural, and did some decent damage. However, I don't think the damage to the economy was that significant, as I was still behind in terms of army supply and just food supply in general, as I was paying attention more to micro around these Banshees. As you can see right here, my opponent did manage to move his probes out in time, and as such, I don't think this harass was really successful. One thing I would like to note about Banshee harass: the minute you stop harassing with your Banshees is the time that your opponent can start moving out with his army. So if you're ever wondering if you should continue harassing your opponent with your Banshees, the answer is yes, because he has to deal with that nonsense, and his base is coming out with more anti-cloaking photon cannons, or if you're playing another race, missile turrets, or even an overseer, and it's just really annoying to deal with. I personally hate dealing with cloak Banshees, and just having this nuisance in your base is really annoying. Even with my terrible macro, I was able to hold off my opponent's first push into my my natural here, into my bases, and with a couple of bunkers and repairing SCVs, I managed to take out all of the sentries and basically just force him back, as I did have enough bio in order to deal with this, and with my SCVs repairing my bunker, I was able to push his attack back. And even though I thought he could have actually went ahead and maybe pushed even further into my natural and do some more damage, I don't think he would have gotten that far, and I think he did the smart thing by just pulling out with his units so that they can live to fight another day. After my opponent killed my third base that I was going for in this location right here, I figured that I must really be behind and I needed to outright win the game right now or suffer another loss. So what I did was I gathered all my units, all my SCVs, all my bio, my banshees, whatever I had building, and just decided to go for it. As you can see right here, I was just checking to see if my opponent had anything that could have possibly scouted this big push that I was going for, even throwing down a scan just to check if he had an observer right here, and he just basically got caught with his pants down, because as I move into this location, you're going to see right here that I do force him to cancel the nexus that it was building here. And I think the key moment right here was at this point was my SCVs messing around with my opponents with the Stalker AI. I don't know, but some weird thing with the Stalker AI, they fire at the closest thing possible, and as you can see right there, all of my SCVs got decimated, but that left a lot of my bio still alive and standing, and even though with my opponent force fielded my bio and SCVs, I was still able to rip through whatever he had, and at this point my 2-2 upgrades just finished, and I was able to just push even further into my opponent's natural, and take out the Colossus that was building right there, well, that was already built, I should say, and just basically destroyed him in the final engagement. He was able to warp in another round of Stalkers right here, but with those 2-2 upgraded bio against 0-2 upgraded Stalkers and Protoss units, I was able to just force my way up into his natural, up his main also, and just outright win the game right there. Well everyone, that does it for this game. If you like my commentary and videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, thumbs up and like this video, and please also check out my other videos if you haven't already. There's some good games there, and maybe you might be able to pick up a thing or two. I'm not that great a player, but like I said, might be able to pick up a thing or two from my play. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you on another episode of Let's Play with AK.